fighting games. We've all played them. I hope. If you haven't played them, what the hell are you doing? We've all played one. Let it be either Brawlhalla, Rivals of Aether, Super Smash Brothers, that one Nickelodeon game that we'll never talk about on this channel. But all of those games are just modern renditions of older games that have been left to just rot. Now, obviously, there are some games that are doing well, even to this day, like the older Smash Brothers game made for the N64. But other games haven't done so well. Some of them are just forgotten at this point. But there's one game that I will never, ever in my life forget. And it is Super Punch-Out. Super Punch-Out was made originally for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or the SNES, and was released on October 24, 1994. Though short, this game still gave a challenge to anybody who played it, making them fight a wide variety of fighters. It uses some of the same opponents that were used in the previous Punch-Out game released for the NES, but also introduced a new few ones in the roster, such as the Bear Hugger, Bob Charlie, and Dragon Chan. Super Punch-Out became a fairly popular game, receiving pretty high reviews and was well received by the public. It had fairly easy to learn mechanics, but still gave the player a harder challenge the further they progressed through the game. The game has 3 stages, with an extra stage being unlocked if the requirements were met, but we'll get more on that later. For now, let's talk about how you progress through the game. When you start off the game, you could only play the first stage, called the Minor Circuit. Here, you'll fight the first 4 opponents in the game: Gabby J, the Bear Hugger, Piston Hurricane, and Bald Bull. These 4 fighters are important so you learn the mechanic of the game: punching, jabbing, dodging, and so on. Your first opponent, Gabby J, is the easiest fight in the entire game. Winning against him feels unfair, honestly. It just feels wrong to win against him. You're beating up a 50-something-year-old man that hasn't won anything in so long. It says it in his description that he hasn't won in so long. He forgot how winning feels like. So losing is normal to him now. So you decide to make him lose again, which feels horrible, honestly. I felt bad beating him. It feels morally wrong. Anyways, the Bear Hugger. This big old chump is the second fight in the Minor Circuit. The only way to win against him is by using uppercuts, and the reason why is because his belly is so big that it's basically a shock absorber, so anything that hits it will just tickle him. He also has this little funny animation that whenever you counterattack, his beard sticks out all spiky like, and I don't know, it's funny to me. Piston Hurricane. He's the third fighter in the Minor Circuit, so obviously he's going to be a little more difficult than the previous 2, and oh my god, is he tough. He still punches and jabs like everybody else, but he also has this super move called the Hurricane Rush, where he just bombards you with jabs and punches, and you need to figure out how you'll defend yourself against him. The method's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, but it takes a while for you to figure it out on your own, which is what I did, and oh my god, it took a while. The attack only consists of 2 moves, 2, but they're thrown really quickly, so I couldn't figure out how to block them. It took me months for me to learn how. And I'm pretty sure I looked up a video on it. I don't think I learned it on my own. I'd rate this fight an 8 out of 10. I hate it though. Bald Bull. Yes, that's its real name. He's the final opponent you have to fight in the Minor Circuit, but he's also the hardest character you'll fight, at least in this stage. He has more health than any of the previous fighters and has way stronger attacks. Beating him is pretty challenging if you aren't skilled enough. He's not special, having punches and jabs just like the rest of the fighters, but he also has a special move called the Bull Rush, where he basically runs to the very back of the ring and proceeds to rush straight towards you, where he then punches the hell out of you and knocks you down. It's one-hit KD that you need to avoid at all costs. You can counter it and knock him down with one punch if it's timed correctly, but the time frame is kind of small, so you need to learn the timing well in order to be able to counter his Bull Rush consecutively. Overall, the fight is pretty hard for beginners, but once you become more skilled at the game, beating him will become easier. 7 out of 10. These are all of the fighters that you'll encounter in the Minor Circuit, but you will encounter more as you progress through the game. Obviously, we're not going to just end it here. And in further videos, future videos, I'll explain everything, okay? Even the little secrets, the little secret circuit, okay? But as I said, that's for a different video. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great day.